Okay, hi guys. Yeah, you've probably seen enough of me for the day. But just woke up like 2 hours ago and I don't feel like doing anything right now. But Jessica told me to make a closet video. So this is my closet. Just gonna show you what it's like. What is this? And that's the half of my wall that came down the other day. Which is kind of depressing. And then there's like up there. Okay. Enough of my closet. So, I've been chatting with Jessica and Lissy for a little bit. And Jessica brought up the question. Hold on, let me go to it. She says, but how is it that it takes the boys so long to get close to a new million, and then once they're close to it, it only takes a minute to hit it? Well, it's the stupid fake fans, I think, in my opinion. I mean, this doesn't apply to like any of you guys in the group. I swear to God, it doesn't, unless you guys like don't post and don't talk to anybody. Because I mean, I can't judge you if you don't say anything because I don't know you. I don't know how you feel about the boys. So, and by everyone that posts in the group, I can tell you're like me and like love them to death. Okay. And what I mean by that is the fans that, like them for their looks and think Niall's suddenly getting hot, and like people that don't even like Louis because he sings like a girl and take the carrot jokes way too seriously, and it's just stupid. And like those people really upset me. Like, I don't even know who this one chick is, but apparently she's my friend on Facebook. I didn't even know, right? And she's not even in this group. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tell you guys her Facebook stuff. That's not like 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 whatever. It's not like personal. I'm not saying anything personal. I'm gonna tell you her name. I mean, I don't want you guys to like harass her or anything, but her thing. She says her relationship status is married to Louis William Tomlinson. So I clicked it, and it only has one friend and no posts. And I'm like, well, if you're gonna make an account like that, at least have friends and make one for the other boys and talk to people. And then her likes, I'm a Directioner. Who's your One Direction boyfriend? And her thing was Mackenzie Jane Tomlinson Ellerman. Like, how about no? I'm sorry, I ship. She's like a 7th grader. I ship him with like so many people that are older. And like, hold on, because I was going through this a couple days ago. What is this? How about no? There's this picture, and it says, it's like, it's got a picture of Zayn, Harry, Liam, and Niall, and they're holding up the paper. I don't know if that's like actually legit, if they're holding up paper, but I think, maybe, no, because it looks photoshopped. Anyway, it's white paper, and it says, Zayn says we. It's like Zayn, Harry, Liam, and Niall. And Zayn's holding up one that says we, and then Harry's holding up one that says love, and then Liam's holding one that says Kedzie. Oh, I can't talk. And then Niall's got one with a really bad looking heart. How about no? And she didn't even like put Louis in there, so I'm just like, what's wrong with you, right? And there's a picture of, I think it's photoshopped, of the boys walking on Abbey Road, and Louis is in like purplish pants, And, like, just know, like, when there's, like, a car coming, like, how about you know? Like, please. And she's got cover pictures of the boys, and she's, like, a 7th grader, and she seriously thinks that just can't. I mean, I don't want to sound, like, judgmental or anything, because, like, I mean, how many of you guys seriously think that, I mean, like, you don't think it, but you just have that little bit of hope that you actually have a chance with one of the boys? Because, I mean, everybody has that. But she's, like, a 7th grader. Like, you can't do... I'm sorry, but... I mean, I love you. Like, seriously, I love probably almost you guys that post, like, all the time in the group, right? And, like, I love you guys, okay? But if you're under 15, it's hard for me to ship you with the boys. Like, that sounds really rude. Because, I mean, Mary, like, I love Mary to death, okay? So she's probably one of the only exceptions that I have for that rule, is if you're under 15. And, because I think that's... Oh my gosh. Speaking of Mary, she just commented on something of mine. Anyway, but, like, I mean, I ship her with, Harry because of reasons, and she's, like, amazing, and I talk to her, like, all the time. So, I mean, like, if I know you and you're under 15, like, if we talk a lot, then I'll probably have an exception for shipping you with one of the boys. But, like, me and the most people that I talk to are, Jessica, Lucy, Sarah, Gretchen, and Mary. Like, I talk to you guys, like, a lot. And Allison, too. And, like, you know, like, Lucy and Jessica, though, those are the ones I talk to the most, other than Mary, because excluding Mary, she's, like, 13, and Jessica and Lucy are, like, 15 and 16, okay? So, I obviously ship Jessica and Niall, even though I'm, like, in love with Niall, but that's okay, because OJSNN, and because we both have the same name, and she's, like, one of my best friends, even though we haven't met yet, but excluding that, and, like, you know, we just bond so well together, and I just ship it, okay? And then Lucy and Zane, obviously, because Lucy's amazing, and she's really funny. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the group, but last night, I think we found out that Lucy can make people pee themselves. And, well, anyway, back to this rant that was just off topic, but fake fans. Like, seriously, if you like if you like the boys for their looks, and think Niall should still be out of the band because he sucks, and thinks Louis sings like a girl, and he's like, and then defend, I'm sorry, but I ship Larry Stylinson hardcore. Like, I have this plan for, like, maybe a 5-second video, but I'm not going to tell you about it because only Lucy knows about that. Lucy and Jessica know about that. And, anyway. But, like, I ship Larry Stylinson. Sorry, not sorry, but I ship it. And, like, that feeling when you're trying to describe Louis and somebody asks if he's gay, you sit there and you have to debate amongst yourself and try to explain that he's so gay because he's in love with Harry, but he's not really gay, yet so gay, you know? Even though he has a girlfriend. Like, I mean, I love Eleanor and Danielle, both of them, and just when people say that they don't ship Larry or think that we're bad people, because we say Louis gay and we ship him with Harry, those people can, like, get hit by a bus or something. Because there's a lot of people that do it. Seriously. And, like, I just really, really hate fake fans. Because, oh, I have a story to tell all of you. I should just go through my messages and read them, okay? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do this. This is probably gonna be, like, the longest video in the one ever. You guys are probably gonna watch this and be like, what the fuck did this chick make a video? Like, it's like an hour long. Like, what the fuck? Okay, well, let me go through my messages and I'm gonna read them to you. Or to you, anyway. I blocked her because she... Okay, go. She lives in Florida, but she's my friend's friend. And I want to punch her at the face. Okay, so she messages me, right? My friend Mindy actually had told me about her and said that she's like, Mindy said she's not even like a fan. She just loves Harry and she thought his eyes are brown. Like, if you can't tell that Harry does not have brown eyes, you need to go away. Because that's like the most obvious thing. And then okay. So anyway, she messaged me on Facebook. My friend said she had Harry's Tumblr, but, you know, there's still doubts that it's a fake. I mean, you never really know, right? And, so anyways, she goes, yeah, hey, I'm a friend of Mindy's. Will you give me the URL of Harry Styles on Tumblr? Thanks. And I was like, LOL, do I know you? Because, I mean, I was just, like, doing, like, a joke thing, right? Because that's, like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, of course not. I'm a friend of Mindy and Melissa. Like, I know you're talking to Mindy right now. And I was like, okay. And, she's like, so can you? And I was like, I promised my friend who met them I wouldn't give it out. And she's like, Mindy. And I was like, YOLO. And she's like, correct, YOLO. Don't screw it up. And I was like, what are you even talking about? And she's like, you said YOLO. And I was like, yeah. And you said, don't screw it up. And she's like, yeah, because YOLO. Just take my advice. And she did the peace thing. And I was like, you can stop now. And she's like, I don't know what I'm doing to you. By the way, Mindy's telling me to say this stuff. And I was like, okay, whatevs, trouble. And I was laughing because I showed, my friends in biology class her picture, and they said she looked like a man. So I thought that was really funny, because, I mean, I laugh at things way too much, like, way more than I should laugh at them. And so I said, my friend said you look like a man, and I'm laughing so hard because I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I was like, oh my god, guys, that's so mean, but I still thought it was funny. I mean, you know how you think something's mean, but you can't help yourself but laugh at it? Okay, and, so yeah, I said, my friend said you look like a man, and I'm laughing so hard right now. And she's like, clearly you haven't looked in the mirror. And I was like, yeah, I have. And I saw Niall's princess, because I was just like, you know, messing around and stuff. So I didn't take any of this seriously until she, like, you know, yeah. And she's like, oh, oh, well, there must be a picture of her taped to your mirror because you want to be here because clearly it ain't you. And I was like, clearly you need to go back to kindergarten and learn correct grammar. And she's like, no, I don't. It's called text talk. Learn it. And I was like, there's also something called people who don't want to learn text talk because they're classy. And she's like, and you call yourself classy? Ha ha ha, I'm peeing. And I was like, okay, whatever you say. I was like, whatever. Say I'm not classy. It's your opinion. You're one person. You won't change who I am or how I act. And she's like, ditto. And I was like, okay. And just to tell you, I said this because, just wanted to tell her. Because she said that there's a picture of Niall's princess. See, this is my mirror. Don't know if you can see it, but there's, like, nothing taped to it at all. So, yeah. Okay. So, anyway. So I was just, like, telling her that people actually ship me and Niall, right? And then I didn't know any, like, I know no one single person that ships her and Harry, okay? And she's like, WTF, you and Harry or Niall are never gonna be together. I was like, did I say I wanted to be shipped with Hazza? And she's like, it's only a dream. And I was like, for you, not me, because, I mean, you know, I love them all, but Niall, you just, no, yeah, okay. And then she's like, nope, I could care less. I'm just like, okay then. Don't get me wrong, but if I had the chance to date Harry, I'd sure as hell go for it, but I just happen to find Niall more attractive, because, I don't know. I'm just do. And she's like, okay, same here, but I'm not getting my hopes up. And if I were you, I wouldn't either, because Mindy can easily say she wants me to go to the concert and not you. And I was like, but she said she wanted to go with me. And she's like, keep telling yourself that. And I was like, well, I obviously wouldn't be going if she didn't invite me, and I'm going with her, so. And she's like, she didn't invite you, you invited yourself. And so, she goes, no, because the day the tickets went on sale for the 2013 tour, Mindy called me up and asked me if I wanted to go to the concert with her. And, to go visit her and Melissa back home, so we'd actually have a reason to actually for sure be there next summer to go visit friends and family and stuff. And so Mindy invited me so we could go to the concert, and I'm the one that got her. And I was like, well, obviously she invited me, and I was crying my eyes out because I was so happy. Anyway, so I was like, why would I invite myself? I obviously didn't. And she's like, IDK, maybe you're that kind of person. I don't know you, and you don't know me, so IDK why you hate me so much if all I did was ask for the URL of Harry's Tumblr. And I was like, I hate all Directionators. They just really piss me off. And she did invite me, and she's like, I'm not at Directionators. And I was like, it's what Directioners... Oh my gosh. It's what Directioners label fake fans. I'm sorry if you don't use that term, but I do it sometimes. I don't do it a lot, but sometimes. And she goes, I'm not a fake fan. I'm just obsessed with them. I'm just not obsessed with them like you. I can be a fan without being obsessed. And I was like, well, you just called the whole damn fandom out because we're all like I am. If she thinks I'm obsessed, she needs to open her eyes to the world of Tumblr and Twitter and everything else. And she's like, no, I didn't, because what a fan really means is knowing their music and loving them for who they are. And I was like, so you basically just said the fandom isn't full of fans. Because, we go by Directioners, and we don't go by fans. When I say fan, I just think of somebody that likes their music and doesn't try to get into them as much as we are. And she goes, no, I said the fans who love them for who they are and their music. Isn't that what fandoms do? The definition of a fan is a person who has a strong interest or admiration for a particular sport, art, or entertainment form, or a famous person. And then I just went on this huge rant about the fandom. I was mad, and I was shaking. I didn't go to school the next day because I was that mad. Okay, so I was like, let me tell you something. The Directioner fandom knows almost every little aspect of the boys' lives. Sorry, not sorry. It's how we are. Seriously, guys, we just can't help that. This fandom loves the boys for who they are, and we love their music more than anyone could ever imagine. The fandom is so sarcastic and dirty and hated by many, but we really could care less what other fandoms think. We come up with jokes, and we would honestly appreciate it if you don't know the basics. Please call yourself a fan, not a Directioner. We're dedicated, not obsessed, honey boo boo. I said that. Okay. If you only knew what we do to get the boys here, it's because we love them with all of our hearts. We fell in love at the judges' houses when we heard them sing together for the first time. Even though we probably, maybe some of you have, I haven't been there since the X Factor because I didn't even know about the X Factor. And then I saw this huge thing on Tumblr, or not Tumblr, but Twitter. And then, so I actually listened to them. And then I went through and I dedicated half my time to looking up videos of them and everything. So I found their X Factor things, and if I was there from the beginning, that's where I would have fell in love with them at, was the X Factor, judges' houses. We can't help it. The heart wants what the heart wants. I had to throw that in there. It's the way we are. We can't help it, even if we tried. It's why we love the fandom. We make them laugh. They make us laugh. Oh, that's why the boys love the fandom. Sorry. We make them laugh. They make us laugh. They love our creativity. And with what we know, it makes them care for us, knowing that we pay attention to what they do and all the hard work they put into keeping us happy. We love our boys, and no one can change that. Sure, yeah, there are fans out there, but don't dare call yourself a Directioner if you can't spell, pronounce their names, like one boy more than the others. Well, if you, you know what I mean. If you don't, if you have a least favorite, that's liking one of them less than all the other ones, and that's kind of what I meant. Where's I at? Call them ugly. Be rude when a directioner attempts to correct you and tell them that you're wrong. Oh, and no, my bad. And correct the directioner when they try to tell you something that you like messed up on or something. You think you know things about the boys when you don't. Recognize them as just Harry and the others. Tell one of them to leave because you don't want one of them to be in the picture. Think Harry should go solo because the others can't sing. And if you think the boys became famous by Nickelodeon, you need to go and reevaluate your life. Okay, and then this gets into the whole Dallas group, which I was a part of, and I got to go see them for my birthday because they were here on my birthday, and it was my 16th birthday present. Okay, this fandom wants one of the boys to be our little secret. It's easier to meet them back then, but we can't change the fact that they get more famous each and every day. No, we don't agree with it. Security is getting tired because of the fake fans, and they hurt the boys, and not all fans are like that, but security doesn't want to take the risk in hurting them or anything. They do ruin our chances to meet them. This year in the Bring Wendy to Dallas group, there were so many people that showed up at midnight to go get the wristbands. There were like so many people at the Barnes & Noble thing. I didn't go and get the wristband because my mom didn't want to take me because it was so bad. Like, they heard it was going to get really bad. So they ended up selling an extra 1,000 wristbands. They were only selling the first 1,000. But since there were so many people, they had to do an extra 1,000 to go meet them. And yeah, I said that. The people who were in the group deserved to get the wristbands, and half of the group, I'm serious, half of the group didn't even get that. They didn't even get wristbands. They didn't even get to go to the concert because it's so far away. Yeah, people in the group worked their damn asses off for 3 months straight to bring the boys here because we wanted them here. They'd for sure already go to LA and New York because those are the big main places in the US. And we let our grades slip. People got sick. We lost so many hours of sleep dedicating ourselves to the challenges, and so we brought them here. Yes, I started out saying the group because I didn't join until like halfway through the challenges because I didn't really know about it until I figured out we were gonna move here. So I was like, hey, why not? And so I did it. Yes, I did work my ass off to bring them here. I'm damn proud of our work. That our work paid off because we deserve the boys to come here. I'm sorry this was really off topic, but this is how I feel for people who call themselves directioners and when they aren't, and when they are dedicated. Oh, because they aren't as dedicated as actual directioners are. So please don't call yourself a directioner if you aren't dedicated to them. These boys are my life. They make me happy. Fame hasn't changed them, and they make me feel special. This isn't directly calling you out, but it's meant to be said, and to people who call themselves directioners when they aren't. And then she goes, I'm gonna just slap her after she said this. Ooh, I'm sorry. She's like, I'm a fan, not a directioner. We and I have never called myself that. Second, you guys did not bring the boys here. I can spell and pronounce all of their names, yet I still have not called myself a directioner. Plus, I like them. I just find Harry more attractive, honey boo boo. Additionally, I don't address them as Harry in the band. I address as One Direction, thank you very much. In fact, I don't do all the things you're saying. And yet again, I still don't call myself a directioner. The directioners weren't the only ones that knew way back then. And I have the same right to call myself a fan as much as you do, a directioner. Again, I will say this, I've never called myself a directioner, and I don't know why this fighting ever even started, because all I wanted to know was the URL to Harry's Tumblr to simply follow him. Thanks very much, honey boo boo. Okay, did I not say in my message that before she sent that was that this is not directly calling you out? It's meant to be said for people that call themselves directioners when they aren't. That was like the last thing I said. She clearly did not read my whole message. So I said, you really pissed me off. Not gonna lie. Really. How did we not bring the boys here? Because, I mean, everybody in the groups and stuff, like you guys are from the Chicago group. You guys probably worked as hard as everybody else. But yeah. So I did, like, that's how all the groups were, except some of them went to Lowe's, like cheating and such. And so I said, like seriously, I mean, how did how did Directioners not bring them here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they would, if they didn't have as big as a fandom, they were gonna come here eventually. But since the fandoms and demand for them got bigger here, that's kind of why they got here, you know? And that's why they did the challenges. And she said people that didn't know about them back then weren't even called Directioners. Well, people that liked them before, pretty sure they were Directioners. So I said, you really pissed me off, not gonna lie, really. How do we not bring the boys here? We're the ones that got them big. Yes, sooner or later it was bound to happen, and it would only happen if the fan base grew. And you know what? It did grow. The fan base is who brought them here. They do everything they can for the fans. The whole point is to create a larger fan base. If they wouldn't have their fans from the X Factor, they wouldn't be in America right here, right now, because that's true. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry I pissed you off, but you pissed me off. I'm just saying it wasn't all because you guys that brought them here. Yeah, the majority of it was, but not all. From now on, keep your opinions to yourself. I was like, you can stop. Yes, we did bring them here. If the fan base didn't grow as big as it did, they'd still be in England right now, because they probably would. I was like, but it did grow, and that's why they're here now. And she's like, you can stop. I was like, I'm not gonna stop. I've been in this fan base long enough. What I said needed to be said, because, I mean, come on, it needed to be said, guys. And she's like, same here. I was like, first of all, you did not become a fan until Mindy told them about you. Or until Mindy told you about them. Like, seriously, calm yourself. And she's like, same here. And when I said stop talking, I meant stop talking to me. I was like, you obviously haven't been in the fandom as long as I have, so whatever. And she's like, bye. And oh my god, I wanted to punch her in the face. You don't even know. Like, seriously, people like that make me so mad. I want to, like, just do whatever to them. Like, push them in front of a bus, push them off a cliff, make them pee in a cup. Like, I cannot stand people like that. I hate them so much. Like, if I met them, I'd probably, like, throw frozen ice cubes, chuck them through, like, one of those, you know, gun things that you can go like this, that people, the t-shirt guns and stuff that you stuff the t-shirts in. I would put ice cubes in there and shove it at their faces, because that's how much they make me mad. That girl right there, she made me so mad. I want to just, ooh, you don't even know. So I'm going to end this right now before I get even more mad. But yeah, the whole point of this was about Directionators. I'm sorry that I use that term, but it's easier for me to say than fake Direction fans, like fake One Direction fans. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, okay, bye!